what are the things that you need to know before buying a property in the Philippines? Now, there are risks and issues that may arise when buying a property in the Philippines, and it is important that you seek legal representation at the start to minimize your risk and to protect your rights as a buyer. Now, here are some guidelines to consider before proceeding with the transaction. First, which is very important, make sure that you are dealing with the registered owners of the property and ask for proof of ownership. Now, what are the proofs of ownership? The proof of ownership can be the sellers of the property should be able to present to you their transfer certificate of title if it is land, and or a condominium certificate of title if it's a condominium unit. Now, the original title of the land or the property is retained with the Land Registration Authority or the Register of Deeds where the property is located. But the owners also have their owner's duplicate copy of their transfer certificate of title or their condominium certificate of title, which is in the owner's possession. Okay, so before dealing or before buying a property, first you must ascertain with the person that you are transacting with whether that person is just an agent or the owner or the seller of the property. Now, it is highly recommended that you directly speak with the owners of the property. Now, in some instances in the provinces, the land is not covered by a transfer certificate of title or the TCT. However, they have a tax declaration which is issued by the local government where the property is located. Now, the registered owners usually the registered owners of the buildings and other structures are evidenced by tax declaration. In most instances, the owner of the building is also the owner of the land, and the same is indicated in the tax declaration. So, first, determine whether you are speaking with the owner or an agent. Ask for proof of ownership. I suggest that you and your trusted representative or lawyer go to the Register of Deeds or the local assessor's office to confirm the authenticity of the title that they are presenting to you or the tax declaration at the outset. Now, when you are there at the office of the local assessor's office or in the Register of Deeds, you check the authenticity or genuineness of the title. Now, there are some instances when at the outset the sellers would present to you a clean title, but when you go to the Register of Deeds or the local assessor's office, the title would have encumbrances or the liens that are annotated at the back of the title. So now you would know if the title is clean because the Register of Deeds, they have the original copy of the title. Now, if you are buying the property and there are annotations such as lien or encumbrances in the title, that is, you will be buying the property subject to the liens or mortgages of the property. So I suggest that you think about it before proceeding with the sale, and that is entirely a different matter to be dealt with. Okay. Now, when buying a property, the Philippine law requires transactions involving real properties through a public document such as a contract of sale or a deed of sale with its specific form, and it should be notarized. Now, when the title of the property is in the name of the spouses, both parties, both the husband and the wife, must sign the contract. Or if the title is in the name of 2 or 3 persons, then it must be signed by all parties involved. Now, if it is in the name of a corporation, there must be a board resolution authorizing the sale, and it should be signed by the authorized representatives of the corporation. Now, before a new title will be issued in your name, the Bureau of Internal Revenue must issue a certificate authorizing registration before the Land Registration Authority can issue a new title in your name. So we've dealt with the formalities now.